pretend that's your man and get closer, because you're making me sit on the crack.
I don't want to sit on the crack.
Well, you still got room. You got there.
Right
there
here.
you go. There you go. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
We're not showing the matches. No, we're gonna talk about some shit. We're gonna react to Roman, and then we're gonna talk about. And we got a dog too, and cats.
Wait, we're live over there. We
are.
can't just be looking at the camera here.
Right.
We're simulcasting on our YouTube podcast as well.
Right. You gonna turn the volume down on that?
Really?
We're gonna listen to Instagram while we're on Instagram.
To get y'all to see who's on.
Oh, look! It's the red cell of death.
Red cell.
It's the red wedding.
Nice day for a red wedding.
See, it's
you know what? I'm feeling the red cell. I'm feeling it.
I'm not.
Wait, a main event that's gonna go almost an hour? Brock must no longer be champion, right?
Well, you still got Roman and Braun. I mean, you still got 10 moves in their combined movesets.
Okay, but it's still going to be longer than a 4-minute match. Is my point, Rob?
I don't like this fucking ring or this cage.
No.
This cell. I forgot. Why is he the ref?
Because it's the anniversary, 20 years.
Mick looks good.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Mick got a perm. Did you see?
I see that.
He looks like fucking Terry Funk now.
Welcome back.
Richard, you're a whore. Roman match for almost an hour. I know, right? It's like, hey, we're gonna have Roman main event every pay-per-view for the last 5 years, and guess what? And we're gonna give him an hour match now to boot.
Are you gonna put us on live?
Are we not live?
Oh yeah, we are. We're live, by the way.
Yeah, no, we knew that.
Hey, did you know Foley's on it immediately after?
Not watching it.
Yeah, I'll watch it later.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
Because we do a podcast immediately after, you dingleberry.
YouTube Live, chat board, Anaconda Vice. Hey guys, happy Sunday. Hope everyone's safe and you guys are at home. Red Cell is flames. No.
I don't have any sound effects. This is weird.
I'm feeling it now. Like I see it, I'm like, oh shit, it fits the theme. You know?
No.
It puts the lotion in the basket? Is that what you're saying?
It rubs the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think they did well with it.
No, I don't know if Rana knows how to grab emotion out of a crowd and work a match. I think that was all Alexa Bliss is doing.
Lost in emotion?
Lost in emotion.
Wow.
Oh, Kira's upset we sing better than her.
Hey guys, www.collarandelbowbrand.com. The promo code marked out, capital, all one word, 10% off your full order. Collarandelbowbrand.com. Cheap plug. The newy heel.
I don't like the way it is on YouTube. Every time someone posts something, it blocks my torso. Or maybe I do. I don't know.
Anaconda Vice is getting married in 13 days, and he wants us to be there. Where do you live?
He lives in Albany, New York. I don't think we're going to be there.
That's not going to happen.
What's the date?
In 13 days.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I mean, I appreciate the invite. I totally would be there if I could do it, man.
Juan says don't do it.
Why should you be happy, Vice?
Yeah.
Why should you be happy?
Yeah, Rob's not. Right, Kara?
See, exactly. Just keeps getting worse and worse. I love the podcast this past Monday night. Definitely time to cover more stuff and not just shitty Raw.
We will.
Yeah. Monday nights it's a new Raw. And it might be a learning process and a growing process on Mondays because I was the last holdout. I was like, I don't want to give up Raw. It might turn a corner.
I can't believe you're forcing me to sit on the fucking corner.
What?
What are you talking about?
I don't be sitting on the corner. I don't want to sit on the corner.
Well, move the dog.
One of us has to ride bitch, is what we're saying.
There's plenty of room on this camera. Maybe not that one. Don't worry about that one.
I don't care about that one. I care about the fact that I'm riding bitch.
You're fine.
You don't have to sit. You can scoot over. Can't
you got room, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can actually scoot over, Adam.
Why are you crying? It's a fucking sectional.
If I scoot over, then either way, the sectional is in my crack.
Put a pillow up your ass. Get one of those little fluff pillows. Right there.
If he sits right there, he'll be fine.
Just put one of the pillows down. You're making... Oh, God. See, this is professional shit.
No, he don't want to sit that high. That's uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
I'll sit closer to you. I don't want to sit on the crack.
No, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He can deal with it. I'm telling you, this is some high quality fucking podcast right here, man. I'm the fucking one that's in the crack. What's in the crack? Look at Roman. What a total. Roman Reigns has driven me away from WWE.
By the way, this is Moser from YouTube.
It's what?
Loser.
Loser?
If you sit right there, over the crack.
Oh, this is
you'll still be
Moser
in a
from
frame.
YouTube. Okay,
Nope.
you can just say that.
Look, Kara.
Why are you showing me?
That's me with my. Look at how I am right up on the crack.
Look, you're right. You're fine. Get the fucking pillow and put it down under your ass.
I
That's
don't
gonna be too
need.
high.
Oh, look.
That's too high.
Matching content detected.
Uh-oh.
It's because of the audio. You know it's because of the audio.
We're fine.
All
What did
right.
it say?
I don't know. It's when they hear their audio, they're like, "Oh God, something's going on."
Oh, that is Mauser who is talking.
Oh, Captain Mauser.
Captain Mauser from our YouTube. That's his handle
Wowzy,
there. This is
wowzer.
his IG handle.
So I got to turn the volume down a little bit so we don't get.
So he follows
That's
us everywhere.
Mauser, you're awesome. One. So is Braun gonna win? One. Yes. Two. What is this? Do you like me? Check yes or no. What is that fucking? Is Braun gonna win? I think they didn't want Braun to be a champion as a face, so that's why they made him a heel, gave him a faction, and then now they're gonna give him a title. I don't know.
It is kind of hard to see them through that the red cage.
That's what I'm saying. Red is the number one color that attracts to your eyes. So if the whole fucking cage is red, it's just you're gonna be so fucking.
There's a lot going on.
It's tough. This is dumb. It's not scientifically correct. See, look at that. Even that. If I was in attendance, I'd be pissed.
Mm-hmm. Sucks to be them.
Hey, look at it. It matches that shitty belt. Ooh, I said that out loud. Red looks like.
Yeah, take that belt.
Yeah,
It's like, that's mine, bitch.
It looks like a fucking plastic child's toy. Yeah.
Get him, Brian.
No one wants to know what school you're training at, Kira.
High spots.
High spots.
I thought you knew that, Noah.
Oh, we actually have to watch this match.
Oh,
I heard a bell.
it started.
Okay. What? How long before everybody else comes out?
I'm just saying, Randy and Jeff kind of set the bar.
The bar.
The bar. El DeBarge. Why is the belt still there?
Yeah, where? Well, I guess where else are they gonna put it?
Yeah, Vice has changed his mind on the red cell. Says it sucks now.
Yeah, Red Cell sucks.
It hurts.
I feel the same.
It's hurting my eyes.
It really is, and the bleeding through of the red on the apron. It's like a red overload.
Maximum overdrive.
Maximum. And then the red in the arena, and the red on the posts, and the fucking red everything. I thought they cut that bitch. All red everything. What was her name?
Eva, not gonna work here.
Mendez?
Not gonna work here anymore.
Hey.
Eva Mendez.
Did he turn in his briefcase? I think he should have still carried it the whole way. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, he's getting his ass whooped and getting
No,
back.
he had to cash it in for this.
I still think he should have carried it until the match started.
You're not getting paid by WWE to make that decision.
Well, if I was, I wouldn't be sitting on a couch with you. So, you should be happy to have a friend like me.
You got a friend in me.
I'm not going to admit to that.
No, it's true.
I like that Brian, I think I've said this several times, but I like that Brian wears combat boots when he wrestles. Those are military combat boots that he's wearing.
Braun? No, they're like Timberlands.
No, they're military combat boots.
Oh, the desert ones?
Yeah. Unless that's a different pair from what he's been usually wearing.
I look like they're Timberlands.
Baby girl. I'm the man.
I can't tell. I can't see through the fucking cell.
Around my way.
Hey.
Let's do what I got to say. What?
Tim, oh yeah.
and known as Ali. Hey, another great camera work.
When did the camera guys in WWE and NXT start sucking?
So bad.
Like, the worst.
Either that or it's Kerwin and the truck's fault. I guess ever since that one that Undertaker landed on. They've sucked ever since then.
I'm not gonna ask Kara that question on the air. That would put her out there like that, right?
Ooh, what?
No, the one about the ramp. Who comes down the ramp?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The two?
Yeah.
Yeah, George South and Undertaker, if they race down the ramp.
Why would you? I just said I'm not gonna bring up
He
that
did it
question.
on purpose.
Yeah, why? Yeah, I didn't bring it up either. I gave a tease. You're such a dick. Proportionately, yes. Oh.
Oh, he got the aluminum steps.
Hey, stairs are legal.
Aluminium.
I don't know if you know this. Oh.
The
drive-by.
Oh, a new move.
Not really.
No.
No. I mean, Braun was... Oh, do it again.
Second one. Oh, that's predictable.
What's the... WWE, what's the difference between a monster and a regular guy? You got to do every move twice.
Okay.
Is that good, or is that a dad joke?
No, it was the dad joke.
Ah,
I
damn
don't know
it.
what the fuck it was.
No good.
Well, you don't have any sense of humor. I don't care your opinion.
I have all of the sense of humor.
Nope, only cared about Rob's. Comes to comedy, not asking you.
I am curious if this match will ever move to a part where they needed the cage.
What?
They go on top, I'll get very interested.
Oh, yeah, you know, that was the thing about the Hardy-Orton one. Except for the very final spot. It was just an Extreme Rules hardcore match. There's no reason to be in a cell.
Where's Mick at?
Yeah, he's
in the ring, isn't
his
he?
hips. He can't get in and out of the ring. He's just hanging in the ring.
The refs never come outside of the ring in a Hell in a Cell match anyway. They
That's
stay
not
inside.
true.
Can I just say that I think
Most of the time they stay in the ring.
Can I just say I'm really over the kendo stick?
I'm really over Roman Reigns. But I also don't care
Touche.
if Braun wins.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how Mick Foley...
I just kind of think the kendo stick was something that should have been used once.
Steve Blackman made that popular.
Yeah, and that should have gone away with him.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer, though. Tommy Dreamer used the kendo stick.
Oh, Mauser's on the YouTube now.
He did.
Mauser.
Captain Mauser.
But you gotta think that was kind of ECW. then.
Yowza.
No, what now?
He said Tommy Dreamer used a kendo stick too, but he was ECW before WWE.
I know, WWE, they do with the kendo like they do everything else. They wear it the fuck out. It's like...
I'm pretty sure Tommy Dreamer was using the kendo before Steve Blackman is my point.
Here's a good example. Bray at WrestleMania...
I think Sandman.
The crowd went into the kind of unprompted whole world in his hands chant at WrestleMania 30. Mm-hmm. And it was fucking hot to death, right? And then they turned it into a gimmick for him. So every time he came out, he did whole world in his hands.
And they had the little children.
And he would lead the sing along, and it was like
that's the NXT syndrome period. If we get to see you once every 3 weeks, it's great. If we have to see you every week,
but they take one thing that's popular and they run it into the fucking ground.
Right, yeah. Like Aquaman here. He talks to the fishes. He's clearly the least popular member of the Justice League.
Oh my God! He just Superman punched a humpback whale. Oh my God!
I hope this is the end.
What's that crowd boo?
Does he look red, or is it because everything else is red?
Everything is red.
Like, they look like they're each red.
I'm sorry, suspension of belief. How is anybody going to believe that him jumping in the air and throwing a punch is going to be this devastating move? At what point in WWE creative was somebody like, oh, here's a good move, do this.
And then turn it into a Flashdance t-shirt. That's even cooler.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does he have the Connor's Cure thing on the back of his vest?
I just noticed it because his hair came up. Yes, he
I
has
noticed
it
when he first came out.
God.
He's the face. He's gotta be looking for a cure on cancer, Rob.
Hitman, I've seen this match twice so far. Cell isn't making it better.
No.
No. Right. Yeah.
Good one, Hitman. Bomb Squad.
No, they didn't ban tax. I think they used tax like recently, within the last couple of months on something. I don't know. Could be wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm probably wrong.
Those are combat boots. Well, I don't see Timberland anywhere.
Those aren't combat boots.
They are combat boots.
Those are Uggs.
They're FUBU boots.
For us, by us.
See, the boots that we're in when I was in, they look like
Oh.
that. Those are combat
Pop-up
boots that
super-
they're wearing now. Those are straight
That
combat
that
boots.
right there, Rob, is the dreaded.
We didn't have those. We actually had combat boots.
It's the dreaded pop-up
It's a
Superman
modern-
punch.
modern
Did you
look.
see that?
Oh, the pop-up Superman
The
punch.
pop-up Superman punch. When you get the extra height on there, the fist coming down, it's like gravity takes hold, and it's like a sledgehammer. See?
That was very
Look at
detailed.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, Braun's eyes in the camera angle, wide open, staring at Foley.
Yeah.
Dead giveaway that he's
Dead.
not injured.
Dead giveaway.
Can't see my. Oh, there I am.
What?
Hey, Kiera.
Hi, Kiara. You looking at yourself in the computer?
I just did just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she clearly.
Remember, the camera's right there.
Yeah, and remember, you're participating.
You can't look at yourself looking at the camera. That's a physically impossible thing to do.
I don't know. I can do it on the tablet. Look, on Instagram, I'm looking at the camera.
Yeah,
and
that's a different camera.
I'm looking at myself.
It's a different camera.
What do you mean it's a different camera?
It's a different freaking camera.
Look, I can see myself out of the corner of my eye on the
You can't
YouTube
look
one.
at yourself directly.
That's
what you're saying.
YouTube.
But look, I can
That's
see
Instagram.
over there.
What?
See, I'm looking at the camera and myself. I got one eye on each.
My God, I hate you all.
What?
This has been another edition of Proving
Who's that?
Rob Wrong.
I thought somebody. No, I
just chewed on a piece of ice.
Oh, that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck is that? You proved me wrong.
I don't know. I didn't prove you right, so.
You may be right.
And pretty much every time you say I hate you all or I hate you so much right now, that's like your concession speech. That and eating crow. How do you know Rob's wrong? That's his segue.
What was that word you said?
Segment?
Segue.
Says
I thought it said segment.
Segue.
He stroked right in the middle of it. That's his
Segue. Yeah, that's all you got.
That's
all you got.
Oh, this is not good. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's what you expect.
We've been talking the whole
No,
time.
I
entertaining
mean, think
ourselves.
about how good the matches have been tonight.
No, I know. I'm just saying. It's
To
what
have this be the finish.
it's what I expect.
Actually, it feels like Hogan era. You know, you'd have good matches, and then at the end, you just had what Hogan was going to do.
Let's see. What's going on the board? What's up, board?
Yeah, Kara, read. Hi, everybody out there on IG. We're just reacting to the main event, if you're just joining us, of Hell in a Cell. Then we're going to do our podcast over on YouTube. Glad to have you with us here for this little live reaction. We don't really have a rigging for the camera, so it's just hanging out there. But as you can see, with the green screen, we're going to be lit when we get over to YouTube.
Yes, yes.
Kara, nobody can hear you over there.
Okay.
So you just say okay. Why won't you stay down, you
Damn,
moron?
hot as fuck.
He won't stay down, Braun, because Vince
it's
told him to
literally hot
kick
in here.
out.
Huh? They're in the cabinet. Look on the shelf right directly in front when you walk in. This is a tough one. I'm trying to go back, see what y'all talking about.
What do you mean, see what all?
I'm talking on the board.
Oh, she's gonna fuck something up. You know this.
Don't touch anything, Kara.
Yeah, we're about to
It's
go
like
off
the match
air.
is boring.
Don't touch anything.
Yep.
I was just scrolling on the comments.
No, don't do that.
Huh?
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
yeah.
What's up, y'all? Can y'all see me? What
Yeah.
up, universe?
John Cena. Damn you, Hitman. He's just right. I've seen this match when it wasn't, with a red box around it.
Oh, so you said the comment I said like 5 minutes ago?
Right, but ever since I'm saying ever since you read it, I'm saying it's been like, I'm looking through the rose-colored glasses even worse now. Yeah. Rose red.
Maybe not for long. Now Strowman's done damage with steps. He's about to do damage with a table. But it's not nailed down. Braun Strowman's trying to use it. Even if it is nailed down, he'll probably tear it out of the wall and use it.
Anything goes here tonight.
Never seen a man who enjoys
Yeah, this shit ain't gonna work.
punishment as much as Strowman.
Adam has big ass. I have big ass.
You got plenty of room, you two.
I don't want to sit on this crack. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I noticed how you set him up. Oh, look, I got a perfect spot. My ribs are...
Shit. This is only convenient for him.
Yeah. Oh, it's all about Rob. Like, he even tried to act like he was the host now. Because we're changing formats. Oh, my God. Push the buttons, monkey.
EP, brother. EP. Oh, spear.
Respect the talent.
And there we go. That was your Hell in a Cell main event.
You could be executive producer all you want. Respect the talent.
Ooh,
I still think that the Shield and Drew and Dolph are all coming out.
Well, they should, right?
I think that's how the cell opens, and hopefully there's a cool finish. And Roman...
I can't even see the comments.
It was right there.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm so right. Here, right on fucking cue.
You need to open the big red door. Open it now.
Yeah, right on
Okay,
cue.
okay. This just elevated. All right.
Well, look, the Shield are slow even when they run
That's
down to
good.
help somebody.
Well, they didn't want to Titus. They'll go right into the
Right.
cell.
We're going to go around and beat him up.
Ooh, that could be interesting. They take the big bump off the top.
All right. So
Not Roman.
the small athletic guys do all the fun stuff. And the
Right.
two guys in the match just, oh, we do the same thing. We pick stuff up, we put it down.
Yeah, Dolph's going to try and get away by climbing or something. Oh, here comes Drew. Yeah, get the hell out of here, Cole. We've been waiting for that all
Clear
night.
that table.
Yeah, you move all those screens. What kind of punch was that?
I don't know.
Shove, push.
I call that the pinky punch.
I like how the guys in the ring are just laying down while all this is happening.
Right, heroin?
Yeah, they're doing a heroin spot in the ring. Yeah, I smash iPads.
Anaconda Vice says it. A wise old Jew called it.
Ambrose is slow again.
What's going on in the
Oh,
ring?
yeah, see, look. I told you Dolph is climbing to get away.
Can't even find the holes anymore. It all looks the same, Vince. No, make it red.
Look, Rollins almost grabbed him.
Is Rollins not? Oh, Mick's going to take a bump off the top of the gauge.
Mix.
Mick is. Mick Foley.
You say he's gonna take a bump off the top
It
of
was
his.
totally being
By the way, I called two things in a row. Dolph would climb, and that they were coming out.
See, this is sad. They needed these guys to help them.
It is sad, Kara. These two should be fighting over the
Right?
big belt.
I'm more excited about this.
Nobody's going through that motherfucker.
Oh, how do we know? We don't know that.
That would be a death blow. Go through
What do
that.
you mean it would be a death blow? So many people have fallen through that thing.
No, not so many. Foley fell through it.
Foley?
No.
No.
There's more than just Foley.
Triple H has fallen through it.
Through the big one? The big one or the small one?
Oh.
Oh,
nobody-
yeah.
ain't
In
nobody's
general, people have fallen through the cell.
Nobody's
other
fallen
people
through
other than Mick.
this cell.
People other than Mick have.
Not this cell. The old cell.
Actually, it doesn't look that high. It looks.
By the way, Roman and Strowman are still laying down
Roman
throughout
Strowman.
all of this.
Roman Strowman.
Sorry, Cashmere. Is Brian here or something? He's saying hi, Brian. Whatever.
Hi, Brian.
Brian.
He thinks I'm Brian. I'm not Brian.
Oh,
Look
you're
at,
wearing the
look at
cap.
Dean is even slow getting up a cage. When is he not slow? Oh. He hit him with a Young Bucks kick. Oh.
Oh, Dean.
Dude, Drew sold that way early with his hands up.
Yeah, he did.
Who's always early selling?
I wonder if they're all going to have like red shit all over them because the paint didn't dry.
I
Maybe
think
that's
we've
why
seen it
they do look red already. I think Renee's worried about her husband now. She's been awfully quiet.
Yeah, she's not saying shit. Oh, it says check connection. You're now live.
Yeah. CT says Dean Ambrose is great. I say CT is delusional.
No, CT has some valid points.
Motherfucker, I'm not Irish. Okay? I might not be I might not be like what you would consider skinny, but I am not fucking Irish.
He's not Irish.
Yeah, Irish are the fucking. He's like he's more rounded. I could lose 20 pounds.
What does it say? Show.
If he lost, never mind. I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, there it goes. There's our CT trying to fight people. If you're new, I wasn't talking about like the Irish nationality. I meant like the guy who's.
He's a podcast member.
Yeah. Get off. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, here we go. They're gonna do the big spot for Roman and Strowman, who, by the way, are still lying down, I think.
They still haven't gotten up. Those big beasts of men.
Yeah, they're still lying down as if they're dead from a table spot.
Roman, who gets up from F5s, multiple ones, he's still down.
Yes,
From a table spot.
From a spear through a table.
I don't
Rob.
believe you. Something had to have happened.
No, it was a spear through the table.
And they're still both down.
It's heroin.
Wow. Oh, that
Damn.
was. Did you see how that
That was
happened?
okay.
They both were like 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah. I've seen thumb wars that were. Oh wow.
Fayetteville is going on day 4 without power.
Poor Fayetteville hit it hard. Yeah, for all of our listeners or new people, yeah, they've been asking us about it. Thank you for hitting us up, asking if we're okay. Again, just rain. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Remember, I talked about that, Rob, before we went on air. I said, remember, Heyman said Brock gets his rematch at Hell in the Cell, and Kurt said no. Oh, look, Brock grew a beard.
Oh, man. Excuse me, sir. You need to open the cage now, sir, or my client, Brock Lesnar,
Hey, you see this right behind
will
me?
destroy you, sir.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Oh, he broke the red door. Isn't that where you get vibrators at? The red door?
Hey. They're not sponsoring us. You know who is sponsoring us?
CollaranElbowBrand.com. Get yourself a t-shirt, a beanie, a fucking sweaters, and workout pants, and shorts.
Like
Marked
when he gets
out
to the
one
ring.
word, all
That was
caps.
cool. That was cool, Brock.
Yeah, 10% off your order.
That was cool.
Oh,
It's a lot of shit happening.
oh
this
wow. He's
week. Damn,
fucking
you
Mason
fucking
Mick.
Mick up. All
Well,
right,
you
Paul.
know what? We've never
you don't do that. You don't do that to Mick.
We've never seen the door used. Apparently, we see why now. Are you gonna cut somebody with it?
Ooh. Fucking everybody up. Shit. Okay. Broke the damn table off of Brian.
Roman Reigns is just riding it out.
CT said he fucking called it.
He looks like shredded. He looks in shape.
No, he hadn't been gone for 6 months. He's been gone for like.
He's been gone since SummerSlam,
Yeah.
Kara. It's been like 4 weeks.
Hey, you can see results in 4 to 6 weeks. I'm just saying. He was an athlete.
Took him that long to grow that beard.
Sable left him. That's a depression beard. I want my fold out. Are they saying Suplex City or this is stupid? Suplex City. Where are they at?
They're in San Antonio. So I don't think nobody in a million
Yeah.
years.
So CT did. So no contest? I mean, what?
Well, and I reminded you earlier tonight that this, because the referee is blind. If anything, the match should continue.
Yeah.
Rob, I hate to do the lawyer thing, but precedent. The very first Hell in a Cell, what happened? Kane came down, fucked with it, and the match still had a victor.
Damn.
Oh, this can't happen.
This is stupid.
CT
No.
says Brock and Roman should have a program that doesn't involve the title, so then no one would watch it and we could have a proper title feud. Agree.
This is terrible.
You wanna
And
check-
now the monster in the
you wanna
bank
check
got
that
screwed.
tree? Because they are in the bonus round, the girls.
Yeah, she's not even.
That tree okay?
You remember we're on a podcast.
Yeah. I know. Is that tree okay? Because you know they are in the bonus round.
Oh my God, Kara.
What?
Right now.
Oh, I was just saying.
Did it just end?
Yeah, that was the end. That's what I'm trying to explain.
just-
We got 18 minutes left.
I just got distracted by the end by the possibility of a tree that's not going to fall. Okay.
By the person who didn't watch any of the pay-per-view.
That really happened?
I did though.
That really you didn't watch any of it.
I don't know how to take this. Okay. Let me just turn the volume down. We don't have any fancy opening.
Are we ready to go?
I mean, we can take a quick break if you want.
Make them curls.
Yeah, we're going to
popping.
take 5 and get started with the podcast. Go over to YouTube Live. Those of you on Instagram following us, go over to YouTube, go over to Twitch, go over to Facebook. We're going to do our live reaction podcast to Hell in a Cell. We're kind of confused here by the ending, so we got to get our bearings. We'll take 5. See you in a minute.
All right. We're going to keep streaming on YouTube, guys, but I'm going to mute the mic out, so we'll be back for
You gonna stream on Instagram Live still?
5 minutes. We'll come back, Instagram. Wow, what a fucking dumpster fire. Be back.
Are you opening up?
Your shit's not on TV.
What?
It's not working.
I know that. I'm aware of that.
You ready?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we are?
Yeah,
Alright.
the camera's there, though.
All right.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm Adam Baum, your host tonight for our marked out reaction to the WWE's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. This pretty lady to my left is Queen Kiera, and the ugly gentleman to my left is Rody Rob.
Howdy.
We're going to do a little bit different. Instead of run down the matches by, I guess the whole card, we're going to try and talk more specifically about our reactions, our consequences, where we think things are going to go from there. We were going to do two guys on a couch, but now it's two guys and a girl on a couch.
Oh, that's a bad video.
But there's no. This is not a porn video. If you're tuning in based on that title, what Rob's choking on is the deal you can get at Collar and Elbow.
Oh, collarandelbowbrand.com was that website, right?
Yes,
It is, and if you check out their merchandise right here, you could get that and more, 10% off as well at the checkout by using what's the promo code, Kara? I didn't think so. Marked out, all caps, all one word. Just wanted to see if you were paying attention.
I don't think he knows how to
not.
be organic.
I was advertising.
He's in full
I was
announcer man
advertising
mode. Isn't he?
It's the start of the show.
Oh
That's
my
how
God!
you do it.
Welcome to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, boys
It's
and
how you
girls.
start a show.
Yes, hello.
All right, so again, we're not going to run down the match card. So here we go at the beginning. Do you want to intro our panel? I can't see who's there. Do we care?
We got people on YouTube Live and Twitch Live. So Teddy Tombstone Hart is here. Stike Leather is here. Deep Double G Gaming. I know Noah was there earlier. We had Juan was on the board, and I think Anaconda Vice is there, and who's the Alex Carter?
Alex Carter, yeah.
Who's
Captain
there?
Obvious.
Yeah.
Real quickly, before we get into what we're going to do tonight on the show, I want to little foreplay conversation here, Kira.
This is weird.
The
Okay.
red cell. What about it?
Okay.
It bookended the show tonight. What was your thoughts on it?
In the beginning, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, you know what? This fits the theme. Hell in a Cell, blood, bread. I get it. Awesome." But then once the matches started to commence, I'm like, you know what? It's hard for me to actually see through the cell. It's too much. Actually, the light and just the reflection is just awful.
Not even that. It was on the apron. It was on the turnbuckle. It was on the marquees around the arena. It was everywhere.
It was too much. What did you say about it? You said red is
Okay,
the
so
first.
red is if you ask any commercial copywriter or producer, whatever.
The way we draw our eye.
Right. The red is the first color that your
Yeah.
eye is attracted to in any situation. It's the most distracting color to the human eye, brain, whatever.
So it's hard to see what's going on in the ring.
So it's so you see red everywhere, and it becomes a blur of red, and then you can't pull the details. So it was such a dumpster fire of a decision. It was clearly like, hey, let's do this, and then not actually look at it before we use it. Or it was, hey, let's make the cage red so no one can see the fucking main event. Because that would be good.
And let's also stick our worst cameraman inside the cell so that the one time you can see it without that crisscross cell whatever look, without having to look through the cage care, the one time you have that, guess what happens? The cameraman gets shoved around and can't even get a good damn shot. The whole thing was terrible in that sense. I want to start. There were 8 matches, as we thought, no new ones. I want to start with the comparison of the 2 women's matches. Specifically, I really got hyped and looked forward to the Becky Charlotte match, where Alexa and Ronda, I wasn't that hyped for. They used the whole, both of them storylines came into real heavy play. One with the ribs, the other with the best friend and stealing the spotlight. But I could care less about the Alexa Ronda, and I like Alexa better than all 4 of these women.
And that's unfortunate. That's sad. That's sad to hear him say that.
The what?
That he didn't care for that match, and he loves Alexa.
Ronda turned into the Hulk in the middle of it after a good solid beatdown by Alexa.
Well, let's give it a pause here, because we have 2 men that have never donned the wrestling ring, but we have a woman who has indeed had. Wait, just let me finish my moment before you start talking.
I just wanted to correct you. Said dawned. It's not like the sun just came up. It's dawned.
Dawned. That's what I said.
No, it's not.
Check
Check the
tape.
tape.
Booby traps.
Check the
Why
tape.
wouldn't you just keep your bearing and let me finish? Why
kept
would
my
you
bearing.
correct
Why
me
can't
in front of
you
everyone?
keep your bearing?
No, bearing means that
I'm
you
not
just hear
lost.
something, you go forward.
Right,
No,
you're
you
the one
have
who
to stop the
I'm
show.
correcting you.
You have
Now
to stop
you've
the show
lost
to
your
correct
bearing.
me. You can't just let it go.
Garrett,
so move
anyway,
on with
will
the
you
show.
answer his question?
I think
He's
Ronda Rousey to me is
Garbage.
reckless and dangerous to people she's in a ring with.
that was my point I was getting at. At first I thought Adam was misunderstanding what I was saying, but the match
couldn't
was
hear
so.
you. He started talking.
No,
You were fucking bitching about things that you could
Yeah.
let go.
Can you let her talk, please?
Because-
Can you?
Can you?
Oh my gosh, because she is so reckless, like you guys said, and she is not that experienced. It's just unfortunate because Alexa wasn't able to like showcase her skills, or like it wasn't.
Not
The match,
no.
the match didn't have.
No,
It
Alexa
wasn't that.
showcased the shit out of
No.
her skills.
Okay, let
Her
me.
gymnastics
Wait, you were
background.
upstairs, right?
Yeah, you
I
didn't
saw.
see this.
I saw.
You're
parts of
talking
the
out
match.
your
I
ass.
did. I said good.
Alexa's moveset
Wow,
tonight
what a
was
total
great.
dick.
No,
Let
you
her
cut me
finish.
off too. You did too. It's all good.
Alexa's moveset tonight was nothing short of showcasing all the things that she could do, the way she attacked those ribs. Ronda just hulked out at the end and won.
No, the first match was a total squash on Alexa.
The first one was.
Right.
Because Ronda is so inexperienced, the match didn't get to the pinnacle where it could have gotten to.
She doesn't know
That
how to
makes
tell a
sense.
story like
Tonight?
that.
Yes, their match. Their match.
I didn't think
It could've
anything.
been be-
I
it
didn't
could've
think
been
anything
better.
was wrong with their match tonight.
Still
I didn't think it
reckless.
was garbage.
No, Ronda Rousey's reckless in the ring in general, beyond this match. But as far as the match goes, the first one was a squash match. Okay, because it is what it is. Ronda is this badass. But Alexa is your money maker,
Yeah, I agree.
right? So tonight's match was a showcase of Alexa, and it just so happens that Ronda got put over. Now, if we're comparing the two matches,
Which is where we need to segue to.
I would say that the Mardi Gras twins, Charlotte and Becky Lynch,
Yeah, they were rocking the same colors.
they were total Mardi Gras fever. They had exactly the kind of match that we'd always thought they could have coming into the main roster.
Now, is your reaction to this, could it be partially because we expected Rousey and Bliss to lose in terms of which match would be better? Did that, you know, I don't know, preconceived notion have anything to do with it? Because Ronda and Alexa wasn't horrible, but Becky and Charlotte had a good match start to finish. Spots were solid. I mean, I'm checking my notes. Fans are clearly behind Becky mostly when she was on offense. Charlotte, I felt the tone of the match was all about countering and surviving. Becky seemed to dictate and control the tempo, and the fans and everybody are behind her. Like, Charlotte has somehow turned into Roman. I don't know if it was just the San Antonio crowd and us here at home looking like that, but Becky's not lost any momentum from here. And unlike some of these other matches we're going to talk about, the screw jobs of them not finally getting the title, Samoa Joe, this was a great one for Becky Lynch. Clearly, and again, if Charlotte is like her dad, to be the woman, you got to beat the woman. She beat her tonight.
I get like a good point, and he talks for another 20 minutes after that.
Yeah.
You just fucking forget what you were gonna say.
My co-host isn't smart enough to remember things after 5 seconds. He's like the movie Memento.
You just go and go and go. It's okay. It's what it is. I didn't have any preconceived notion that the Ronda and Alexa match was gonna be shit.
No, not gonna be shit. Not as good as the Becky Charlotte. Like going in on paper, which did you think was better?
Oh, fucking Becky and Charlotte.
And that's where I say a
So you were just
preconceived.
echoing my point, just more long-winded.
Why do you guys have to make everything
How is
right?
it your point? Check the tape.
I said it first.
Are you going to answer this, or are you
What
going
was
to
it?
just?
What was the
bicker?
question?
The question is here. I mean, Becky, the momentum she's rocking going out of this, and the way this feud has developed, I think this. And keep in mind, Carmella had the belt at SummerSlam,
Well, yeah.
and now this
we
feud
don't-
has taken off.
See, first, you don't need to bring that up. We don't even talk about that. Point here is that Becky, if you want to talk about the long game, the story arch.
This could be a long game story arc.
No, that's not my point. Thank you. What I'm saying is, Becky has
You're
been
welcome.
Becky has been such in the background, behind the scenes for so long, where at first we were all kind of going, "Where the fuck is Becky at? Why do they keep fucking Becky over? What the fuck is the deal with Becky? Seriously, right now."
I'm totally listening to you.
But so maybe they intentionally pulled her out of the limelight and just kind of buried her so that she could come out of nowhere for this moment.
I don't think she came out of nowhere.
But that gets the crowd behind her because the crowd, like us, has been saying, what's up with Becky? Becky's been fucking non-existent.
Are you forgetting the whole build towards SummerSlam when she got the title shot? It was Charlotte that came out of nowhere and got added to that match. Becky had been on a 7-week-long winning streak to get to that point.
What the fuck was that?
I think you're forgetting a very big part there. Robert Parson, hey, welcome. You're forgetting
there's a video they can see. You're not hiding shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah, you huge part you're forgetting. She was on a 7-week win streak, Rob, while Kiera's completely distracting you and you're not listening.
I'm trying
she wants to write you messages.
On the fucking show.
Right, she wants to now write you messages because you told her that we're on air, so she's going to give you a message. She's going to write how she wants to leave because she's not talking or some shit.
No.
Anyway, before we move on, Rob, real quick. And Kiera.
Yes.
Who wins? Was it Alexa and Ronda or was it Becky and Charlotte?
I enjoy Becky and Charlotte's match.
Okay, I'm gonna echo you. Who won?
What? I disagree with you.
Why wouldn't you just say? Why? Oh my God.
Oh, so now she has thoughts and she won't say them out loud.
Right. The best match was obviously Charlotte and Becky.
Okay, then it's 3 wins. There you go.
Yeah.
No contest.
Yeah.
Tag titles.
Cool.
Shield and I'm gonna call them the Dogs of War.
I am not drunk. Teddy said I'm drunk.
No, he's just belligerent. Shield versus the Dogs of War. We're talking about the tag title matches.
I do have rum in my coat.
Or New Day and Rusev Day.
In my cup. What?
Let's start with New Day and Rusev Day.
Makes sense, though.
Okay.
It seems that everything is normal and great with Aiden and Rusev going into this match, but now Aiden fucked up again by tagging himself in at the end.
Well, maybe. To me, the bigger story here is that they started a pay-per-view. They started a pay-per-view with this match, and I was going, why? Because New Day always brings it.
Well, it was a pre-show.
Okay. New Day always brings it, right? Their match is always fucking setting the bar. I was like, why are they putting this on pre-show again? Why are they putting New Day on pre-show again? You know this is going to be a good match. Fucking Rusev is over. I mean, it's just...
Well, the only really bad match was the main event. You knew they weren't going to put that on the pre-show.
Yeah, totally against my point. But I'm just saying...
No, it works perfectly.
No, but why couldn't you just let me make my point without putting your shit in there?
Oh my gosh.
Why can't you finish making
Because I have to tell a story in my mind. When I talk, I got to tell a story. When you interrupt me, I can't tell my story and get my thought out.
I know, right? This is a glimpse
Both
of
you
what Kiara
motherfuckers,
deals
man.
with every day of
No,
her
it's
life.
both you motherfuckers, man.
You're watching it played out in front of us. The bottom line with the New Day and Rusev Day is New Day belongs on the card, I think is what you were trying to say.
Okay.
New Day belongs on the card.
No. What I was trying to say was that when
Welcome
I watched
back.
this match, I went, why would they do this? Because they fucking bring it. So it was a good fucking match. No, I'm saying it was a good match. But when it came out, it set my expectations for the rest of the pay-per-view so fucking low. Because usually they have probably one of the better matches on the card. So I had my expectations dropped for the rest of the show. That's the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
Okay.
I hear you, babe.
Yeah, we're gonna also let's talk the other side. Rob, you dog and shit on Dean Ambrose all the time.
What the fuck did you say?
I said you dog and shit on Dean Ambrose all the time.
Okay.
That was a great match tonight. I really thought that the Drew and Dean exchanges and the pacing of the tag match. Let's see what else. The great chain wrestling all the way to the finish. Like the last 2+ minutes of that match. Renee was kind of funny on commentary, having to do her husband, and they're talking about how buff he is.
Oddly enough, the only match that I can remember her talking.
And yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, and there was what I really enjoyed about this match. And quick, break. I'm gonna just tell you this was the one that I thought won in the tag titles. This match had a lot of spots that required some very key fucking timing, and everybody kept their spot. Very key. Like
Wow,
from the 2 roll-ups between Seth and Dolph With then the way it was reversed, he gets on his face. He's got to stand up just in time to take a zigzag. Rollins did.
Yeah.
Everything. If Dolph's not there, if
The upside
Seth
down-
doesn't get up in time,
before-
like all that
yeah,
stuff.
before
That's
you
a
do
good
the whole match.
observation.
Yeah.
When Seth did the frog splash on the Drew's back.
Yep.
And it was almost like hit it, jumped off of him, got fucking the sequence was just
Drew's got to be at his spot at the end there
Yeah.
when Dolph's about to get the suplex. If Drew doesn't go in there,
you
they
loved
miss
that
the spot.
when you saw it.
That's
Yeah.
what you call work.
Every spot
working.
was good.
Yeah.
This match, those four guys, it's hard to pick just an amazing match of the night, but those four guys put on a great match in terms of what they scripted, in terms of what they did. Now, the double table spot between Seth and Drew at the end looked like they both counted and jumped at the same time. Excuse me, Seth and Dolph. But
we weren't on that.
That
match
wasn't
yet.
the match.
Yeah,
yet.
we were not there yet.
I know.
Wait, just fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna take this point before anybody else does.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else you want to say about the
What's
two
the
tag
board got
matches?
to say?
By the way, neither
So he
neither
talks
match
for 5 minutes and he talks about a different match, and now he's like, "What do you think about the tag matches?"
neither match
The
changed.
fuck is-
Neither tag match changed title hands. Did that sway anything for you? Would that have made one better than the other?
I really thought that the Shield were going to take it just to get the gold into the faction. But again, we never know if the Shield is going to be a full-time faction or not. Are they part-time? Is Vince is like, hey, Roman needs some help because everybody hates him, so, you know.
Well, in the main event might have changed all of our theories.
So I don't know. The matches themselves, I think that the Shield and the Dogs of War.
Dogs of War.
Yeah,
You can't even
so-
say it with a straight face.
I know. Was the better match of the two. But I think the consequence within storyline was much more at the top of the chain when it comes to stories going on right now, right?
Oh yeah.
And not to mention these four guys, this pay-per-view is basically built all the way around them, right?
Them and the other two. Six
I
total.
don't even know the other two, but well, yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, sure.
Let's take a look at the board real quick.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, we got a board.
Let's see. Where's Medine these days? He's still in L.A. selling crack. Yep, that's it. Black Leather, Seth and Dean are eventually going to win the tag team titles.
Yeah,
It's-
eventually.
It's not a matter of if; it's just a matter of when. I don't know. That's
It is. It is. I mean, it's probably at Super Showdown. Watch something crazy happen.
I don't know. Tommy Struble, what up?
Hey,
What up,
Thomas
Tommy?
Struble, haven't talked to you in a while.
New format. Nah, just we're trying something new for the pay-per-views, right? We're still gonna be in the studios for the regular shows, but
You guys like it? Let us know.
yeah, if you like it, you know,
Yeah,
say you
we're
like
and
it.
then we're also playing with our new background extravaganza.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do shit.
Don't worry, I'm still a Paul Heyman guy.
Seth Dolph's spot was a rehash of Seth and Dean. You know what? Everything's a rehash of everything. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be a. Oh, it's stupid because I've seen it before. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it's there's very, very
I've seen
few
the ref.
things that
I've
are
seen the
brand
ref count 3, but I've gotten excited many times.
yeah.
over
Probably
and over.
the only thing
they
I've
like it.
well,
Most
and
studios.
if you think about it, the newest thing that I've seen that nobody ever did before was the Joey Ryan dick punch. I mean,
which was amazing.
and now
I was all in.
Yeah.
And
And then
I did there.
yeah, we got Dick Druids coming out instead. But that's besides the point. Kiera, we both voted for Shield and the Dogs of War over Rusev and New Day.
Wait.
What would be yours?
What's wrong?
No,
let
Steiger's
him
saying
ring.
that they're going to drop the belts to the new and improved. I think he means AOP. Seth and Dean.
Maybe. I don't know.
What
AOP package.
What was the question you were
The
giving me,
question, she's got to pick which tag match was better.
I'll go with the Shield match.
All right, so we're unanimous again. Let's go into the heavyweight titles. I think this is going to be another clean sweep for the record. AJ and Joe, Night AJ storyline match there, and then Roman and Braun in the cell and all the debacles that happened here. Let's start in order that they happen. Let's start with AJ and Joe.
Yeah.
I know you didn't see all of their greatness in TNA.
I did not.
X Division and everything that they've ever done. What did you think about this clash? I mean, this is an epic long match. It was good length.
Okay, so when AJ and Nakamura were setting up for their match, I had high expectations. Those were not met,
Okay.
right? When Joe and AJ were setting up for their match, I had high expectations again. mainly set by you guys and how much you raved about their past rivalries.
Well, I mean, they were 10 years younger when they first started.
Sure. I felt like my expectations were met, but I feel like there's more. There's more to them than what we saw tonight. I thought it was a great match. Is what I'm trying to say. It was a great match. It was what I expected, and I think they can do even better than this. The story has me confused. I guess I get they're trying to set it up for a third match for probably Australia or something like that by saying,
Which is what she said.
Right.
Paige said that.
Oh, okay.
Paige said that at the end
part.
of the night.
But for the controversial finish, but for me, I was just kind of like, fucking Joe, man. Joe can't win the title in the WWE to save his fucking life.
Oh, yeah. Joe is cursed in some way. I don't get it. But Kara, Paige said backstage that she agreed with Joe. Even though that she was upholding the referee's decision, they're going to go to Super Showdown, no DQ. There must be a winner, no count out, no whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think that that's going to be worth, like Rob said, the one-upsmanship because he thinks they got more in the tank?
I don't know. I kind of see where Rob's coming from with how Joe's not actually getting any gold around his waist. I don't know if this will make a difference.
He's no love gold-wise.
Yeah.
There's no question. No questions about that.
Stike Leather says, AJ and Joe finish didn't surprise me because they are scheduled for the Super Showdown in Australia and the 1000th episode of SmackDown. Alex Carter says, AJ and Joe pissed me off a little bit, but then again, at least we can get Joe over at SSD.
I don't
Super
know.
Showdown,
I don't
Super
know
Showdown,
that I don't know what Super Showdown.
What?
I don't know that we keep saying, oh yeah, our silver lining every time Joe loses is but they're gonna put him over next time. Our silver lining is at the next show he's gonna get over. That's what we said at SummerSlam. Oh, that's because they're gonna let him win at Hell in the Cell. Now we're saying, it's because they're letting him. What happens at Super Showdown when he loses, Rob?
Here's my thought on that. My thought is that AJ was big in Japan, right?
Right.
Japan and Australia is a stone's throw. Okay.
On a globe, sure.
Have you been to Japan?
No.
Okay, I have, and I went from Japan to Australia. It's not. Oh my God! Just let it fucking flow. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't.
So that's that. So that's
anything.
essentially like.
Right.
It's essentially like Cena going to his hometown.
Okay, so Japan and New Zealand are like.
No, he's got a point. He's got a point,
the
though,
same
Adam.
hometown.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your next match.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Why
Keep
is
going.
he? I wish I had my angry elf sound.
Keep
effect.
going. No, you're on to it. Like, go ahead.
My point, fuckface, is that people lose in their hometown.
Okay.
AJ is going to Australia, which is right by his hometown. It's as close to hometown as he's going to be with WWE right now. So
AJ?
Yes.
You mean Joe? Joe's hometown is what you're saying. AJ's from Georgia.
I understand that, but in a wrestling sense, he spent a lot of his career in Japan. He was big in Japan. Therefore, he has a huge following in the Asian Pacific. A huge following. AJ Styles does when it comes to professional wrestling. He's going to be big in Australia because he's big in Japan, because they're not far from each other, dickface. So what I'm saying is Joe gets the victory there because essentially wrestlers lose in their home territory.
Okay, he did spend some time over in Japan, but not most of his career where I would say that it's his hometown. TNA Impact would be his hometown where he spent over a decade with one company and saw as their first Grand Slam champion and everything like that. I did. Let's just move on. Roman and Braun in a cell. The match was everything we expected. Did not, as one of our guys on the board said, Hitman, it was the match that we've seen Braun and Roman do before, except they put a big red cell around it. Right? No difference.
What? What are you talking about?
The match.
I was reading Robert Parson. A lot of people from Japan come to Australia. Japanese wrestling is very big in Australia. Cool.
Thank you, Robert Parson, for putting the point out there without getting all butthurt like Rob did.
Oh, no.
About it.
Yeah, you used to shit all over him. That's what yeah.
Well, I like him. I don't like you. He's a Robert I like.
Well, we actually agree on something. I don't like you either.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, You don't like your Robert either. You like his Robert.
What are you doing now?
We're talking about Roman and Braun.
Oh, why?
Exactly. Why? The match was everything that was expected. I don't know if I expected all of the weirdness from the Shield and the Dogs of War going up to the top and the double table spot aspect of it. But everything else, the drive-bys, the Superman punches, everything else was what I expected with a red cage around.
Do you think that one of the matches didn't go as long as they had planned on? That maybe they cut it short for some reason? Because we started this match with an hour left in normal pay-per-view hours, right? And if I'm in attendance, I paid for 11, motherfucker. You better entertain me till 11, right?
What time is it now? It's only 11:15
Yeah,
now.
the shit ended
We've been on for 20 minutes.
It ended at like 10:40 or some shit like that. I don't know, but
is this how they define the big four now?
well, no.
Remember,
I
it
don't
did
even know what
start
that
an
means.
hour. Well, because it did start an hour earlier, Rob.
Yeah,
It was almost 4 hours.
I understand that, but they did this. I didn't. You can't say, well, they started earlier, so that's why they ended earlier. No, they wanted to add the extra 2 hours onto a fucking pay-per-view just so they can end early all the time. So my point to all this, before you sidetracked, was that they started the match with a fucking hour to go. So we're all thinking, what the fuck? This is going to be massive, right? Or this is going to be extremely boring for an hour. These
That's
two.
what they've been doing, though. They've been starting them early, thinking
I know
that it's going to be like some big deal because we have an hour to go.
Well, you're
in this
right.
main event.
You're right about that.
Well,
but my point is that with an hour left, and even if it was a 30-minute match, Roman and Braun can't last 30 minutes and hold the crowd's attention. They just can't.
Well, they clearly didn't.
No.
Because the crowd popped like crazy when the other four guys came down.
Yeah.
Even before the stuff with Heyman and Brock, they weren't holding the audience until the other four came down.
They weren't holding the audience. They were sleeping for half the match.
And even Foley seemed... I get that I thought... I know it's the 20th anniversary. I know that he's doing his little thing on WWE Network right after. I thought he would at least be involved in some way of a spot.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to take
was
a
pretty
bump.
quiet.
I mean, like the way he counted, somebody would pull his leg, so he couldn't make the 3 count. Something. He was literally a prop. He might as well have been one of the kendo sticks.
I just don't.
He was worthless.
I don't feel the.
He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. What?
No, I don't remember. I literally forgot what I was going to say.
Okay.
You talked 5 times.
Before, so it's hard to vote here. Braun, his Money in the Bank cash-in is gone. Brock still hasn't technically got his rematch. Kurt Angle's fired. Baron Corbin has no control. What's the fallout for tomorrow night? And Undertaker's going to be promoting Australia.
We're not really even talking. We're not doing Raw like we used to starting tomorrow, right?
Right. We'll plug that at the end, but we're not doing our normal show
I'm just
tomorrow.
saying, I don't know. Like WWE is constantly telling me what's next. I can't remember seeing a fucking payoff ever. It's always what's next. We ended tonight with literally nothing, right? Nothing. This shit just ended. Like it was a no decision. We have seen people get thrown through the cage. We've seen people, or the cell,
and
whatever.
we had 4 guys up there.
We've seen people get thrown off the cell. We've seen some pretty devastating shit happen. Even the match we'll talk about next, the Randy and fucking Jeff match. We've seen more consequential and physical and dangerous Hell in the Cell matches before in the past than this one. Even with Brock bringing the fucking the door in. But yet, this is the one. This is the match that has to stop with no decision. This is what we should believe, that a couple drive-by kicks and Superman punches and a door.
Oh, one was a pop-up Superman punch.
Oh, that's what it was. That should end with no. So this is our champion and our number 1 contender can't continue that match.
Especially after a spear through a table, we're going to take a 10-minute heroin bump. That whole nonsense. I'm right there with you. I want to real quickly, in case you guys don't remember, the Shield was involved in a feud last Survivor Series. They were fortunately feuding with New Day, but before that, everything was the same. There was a match, I think Joe was the fourth competitor. I was trying to look it up. But there was a match last year at SummerSlam. It was Braun, Brock, Roman, and I believe Joe was the fourth. And here we are a year later, same thing. I was thinking about WrestleMania. Roman and Brock. A year later, Roman and Brock. This is 2 years now. Every time we seemingly get away from Roman and Brock, it comes back. I thought this was all about Braun and the briefcase tonight, and it turned out to be all about Brock. In the end,
Briefcase is a total fucking dumpster fire.
And can I just say on precedent, this is where I was saving this point, Rob, in case you wanted to try and make one before me. The very first Hell in a Cell, Kane comes down with Paul Bearer, very eerily reminiscent to this because we got a fat manager with a monster coming down. And Kane rips the doors off. Brock kicked it open.
Yeah.
Interferes with the two competitors. He gave F5s to both guys. Kane chokeslammed Taker and left. The match wasn't over when Kane and Paul Bearer got done laying waste. There was still a pinfall victory. Here, both guys are laid out, and we're not going to have a finish because the ref called it. I'm so against the ending of this. As soon as Dolph and Seth jumped together onto the tables, I was done with this match.
Yeah, it was such a not organic moment, right? When it was like they're up there fighting, punch, 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 punch. 1, 2, fall backwards.
Yeah.
Like, what the... Why?
It wasn't even like a double headbutt.
Yeah. What do you think, Kiera?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the match that much.
Okay.
Nobody can hear that.
Let's talk...
I was just being honest.
Let's talk about the
I didn't
better
hurt anybody's
cell.
feelings.
Let's talk about the better cell then.
Yes, please.
Randy and Jeff. I went in. You want to talk about bar fucking low? I went in with this bar low as hell on this match. I did not think that Randy and Jeff had done it. Jeff got fucking crickets on Tuesday night.
What were you
Why is this a cell match? Neither guy has ever wrestled in a cell. And the brutality of this match, it definitely felt more like a hardcore match with a cell around it than it did a Hell in a Cell match.
Wait, are you shitting on this match?
No, not at all. I'm saying it did not necessarily need a cell because there was only the cell spot at the end. I'm saying the belt across Randy's back with the studs, leaving all those marks of red, him bleeding. The table spots. I'm just saying you didn't need to make this a cell.
Every point. Huh?
You can talk. You don't have to sit there and be a little bitch and go, he takes every point and he interrupts everybody. Talk.
You recapped the whole thing.
I'm talking to you. You asked. You said, are you shitting on the match? And I defended it. Check the tape.
I don't need to check the tape.
You just sit over there. She's reading her phone.
I'm looking at the.
She's watching us live.
Yeah.
Instead of engaging
I
in the show.
I wanted to look at the board. I wanted to see what's going on with the board.
Okay, do that. You do that. It's a good idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
I was thankful for this match. Thankful. And fitting, anyway. Thankful for the match. Not because of the brutality necessarily, but definitely in part of for the brutality. We haven't had, in my opinion, a legit, worthwhile, give a fuck Hell in a Cell match in my immediate memory.
But there was no title or contendership, like
Doesn't
for
matter.
Consequences outside of
Taker
injury
Taker and
consequences.
fucking Mankind. They didn't have there wasn't anything more than a grudge match. And that's the most iconic one of all time. Maybe Hunter and Taker has a bit of a not even close. No, there was no title involved. You don't. Hell in a Cell doesn't have to have a gimmick attached to it because it's a gimmick in itself. And fucking what happened with Jeff and Randy it wasn't the brutality itself, but it was the willingness to have the brutality, and it was the sequence of adding the brutality. So I guess it was the brutality. But
that match went on for over 30 minutes, too.
Right, but it was also, give it to Randy, because there were times I'm going, are they kayfabing right now? Or is he really hurt? And Randy's really, because Randy had the look on his face, kind of like, fuck, did I really hurt him?
Well, Randy's leg, that leg.
Oh, his fucking knee.
I know
hanging
his
off.
back was
Dude.
bleeding, but that leg, it looked like sardines. His muscle was hanging there.
Did you guys like the match?
It was gruesome. The screwdriver spot. Did you see the screwdriver
Yes.
spot, Kira?
That was believable. That was some gruesome
But
shit.
how do you do
Teddy
this?
called you Sierra, by the way.
But how do you sit through that?
There's a Sierra on the board.
No, but he called you Sierra because he can't spell Kiera.
How
It's
do
all
you
good.
sit through that? That
With
screwdriver
a K,
spot.
Teddy.
I couldn't take the
Oh no!
screwdriver
Oh,
spot.
the screwdriver spot. I think we were. I was out loud wenching. Right. I was making noises. I was so
I
disturbed.
just froze up.
You had your hands on top of your head, like, "Oy vey."
I just was like, oh, he's about to rip it out. No, I've had an earring ripped out. My ear itself didn't break, but I've had an earring ripped out that caused blood and a tear. That thing made me cringe.
So apparently, It's Real Wrestling podcast says, or It's Real Wrestling. Did you see the pictures Randy posted on IG? Man, I have not, but I will check them out.
Yeah, we're streaming live on IG, so we haven't had a chance to
Right.
check them.
By the way, if you're on IG watching this, if you want to see all the fucking graphics and shit in the background, you got to go to the
Yeah,
YouTube
instead of
page.
just the green. We're not on the right camera
Yeah.
angle either.
You want to just run through the next part?
Randy, yeah. I mean, I just want to finish. Which cell match was better? Hands fucking down. I don't think
Randy
I
and
need
Jeff.
to take Randy and Jeff. That face spot at the end, Kiera. I know you said he got his hands up, but you're still falling with gravity from
Oh no,
almost
all
the-
that he took all that.
You
But
sorry, the cat just said something really funny. You literally did not have to have the cage for Randy and Braun. It could have been just a match.
Right. But you couldn't have had that weird ending, I think, for if you did AJ or whatever. And Becky Charlotte didn't need a cage. I think you could have just had the one cell match.
I actually kind of like that because then you don't have competing cell matches.
Because there's there's going to be a loser if you have two Hell in a
Either
Cell
it's going to
matches.
suck or it's not.
Right.
Right.
One's going to pale in comparison. Let's go on to awards.
Okay.
And then we'll get the hell out of here. We'll give you a little tease for tomorrow night. Our awards, I only got 5 of them. Shock of the Night, Lethal Consequences, Bad Booking, LOL Moment, and the Marked Out Moment. I guess I'll get it started. Shock of the Night for me, Rob. How good it was. How good of a pay-per-view this was. I know my bar was really low.
Yeah.
This is a good pay-per-view outside of the main event.
Yeah.
This is really good. If you end at Rousey and Bliss, turn it off, I think this might get a whole A. I think this might get an A. If you
I had
end then.
I had A+ up until Ronda and Alexa.
But that only dropped at half a grade, from A+ to A. The nonsense at the end put it back to a B.
Yeah, I agree. The ending, though, the last match, the main event,
The Roman era
is clearly to me an F. I mean, unequivocally an F.
brought the average down.
Which, to me, if you take an F and an A, that's going to make it a C.
Yeah.
The main event dropped this pay-per-view from an A+ to a C.
it's not bad.
Wow. He's right. What do you got, Kara?
I'll give it a yeah.
No, not grade. Shock of the Night. What's your award?
How early it ended.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shock was with her, but a little different. Just the ending, right?
I thought we were gonna be getting something big at the end. I was expecting that. I was feeling something coming on in the end, but then it just.
Just stopped.
But if you weren't expecting anything, Kara, would it be such a letdown? You were expecting something bigger than it was. If you were expecting nothing, would that have sufficed?
No, it wouldn't have.
So they booked themselves into a corner. There's
Yeah.
no win.
None. Cool.
Terrible. What's yours? Shock of the Night. Oh, you said you
Yeah,
just said
we all did that one.
All right, next one for me.
And I'm the drunk one, guys. I'm the drunk one.
Yeah. Next one for me is the Lethal Consequences. This just talking about basically what's going to happen after the match for everybody. And I haven't even looked at these IG photos, Rob, that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
But the Jeff and Randy fallout, even aside from the kayfabe, he was taken to medical facilities and all that.
Yeah.
Jeff fell from the top of the cell through a table. I know the ring's higher than the ground. And Randy fucking just look at him.
Just
There's
look
my
at it.
lethal consequences. What's yours, Rob?
I completely agree right there. Randy and Jeff.
Yeah.
Randy and fucking Jeff.
How could you not?
I mean, like you said, even if 99% of it was kayfabe, that 1%'s a bitch.
That 1%. And remember, Jeff, he's got a history of hurting himself in weird ways. That spot at WrestleMania 2000, he just overflipped and hit it and broke his heel. You know, like weird things can happen when you're trying to defy gravity, and who knows? He could have even, with his own hand, put his wrist into his eye socket with that bump. Mm-hmm. Kiera, what's your lethal consequences?
My lethal consequences?
Of the night. Your don't look at my sheet.
Yeah.
Your lethal consequence.
What outcome, what something had the most consequences for you? You want to see if there's any good ones on the board, Rob, while she thinks?
Sure. Did Jeff break his ribs? I don't know. You know, I thought that. Of course, I've got broken ribs right now, so I'm a little bit biased.
Jeff put the screwdriver in his fucking piercing hole.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a weird
I thought
spot.
about that for the rest of the night.
I guess maybe if I had a piercing like he has.
A gauge.
A gauge, right?
gauge.
Like that size, maybe I would look at it differently. But not having that, I just go, I wench. And maybe there's no pain at all. Maybe
Still,
it's so
even
dead.
though he has a gauge, but still, like the twisting.
No, well, there was no
I'm saying-
gauge in it. He was just taking the lobe.
Well, I'm saying maybe the lobe, maybe the nerves just go away at that point when it's that much of a hole. I don't know. Fucking bad.
I'm just glad you're not on.
Oh,
IG.
let's see here.
Nobody can see
Lethal
you there.
consequences. Orton and Jeff, they're going to do some match where Jeff is going to get his win back. Let's see. Alex Carter says Lesnar gets another title run. Put me in timeout for this because I will most likely be right. It's real wrestling. Lethal consequence. U.S. title can no longer be attached to either Jeff or RKO. Rob, the set looks dope, by the way, dude. Thank you, Vice. I appreciate that. All right, there you go.
All right.
Oh, wait, one more. Not wearing a condom. Oh, Teddy. Thank
Bad
you.
booking is next. Teddy,
Wait, no. Tommy says you're short shorts.
my short shorts. They're not that short. Look.
I have short
They're
shorts on.
nice and long. See, they go to the knee. Anyway, now that you saw me stand up.
They go to the knee.
Bad booking, LOL moment, and our marked out moment are next. My bad booking, it's the AJ Joe finish. I get what they were doing with that. Rob said it earlier kind of thing. The Samoa Joe, what does the man have to do to get some damn gold?
Dude, yeah. The fuck?
So that's my bad booking. And I thought that was a great match. That ending hurt it.
Yeah.
What do you got, Rob? What's your bad booking?
Bad booking. How can you say anything other than the main event? And the ending, more specifically, the ending of the main event.
Well, I wrote
How bad is that, Kiera?
I feel like this.
I wrote not rolling credits as an honorable mention.
Oh.
I feel like it got really great once the interference started. I feel like it got really great once the interference started.
Yeah.
But then it just went into like one of those.
One of those what?
I don't know, it was just letdown. It was letdown.
Yes, I agree. Pound it.
Like,
Pound me live.
And it really happened in an instant. It was right before that table spot, the announce table spot, because we know that one or both of them, Rob, is going to fall.
Yeah.
We know it.
All
the
right,
way they set it up. But
bad booking
it didn't work.
for Alex Carter, the red cell. Yeah.
All right. If I had coins here, you just got a bunch.
And the kind of Vice says you have Jew golf shorts. Stike Leather says bad booking the main event. Sierra Ann says bad booking Jeff Hardy's ear. Teddy bad booking having Foley as ref. He botched a 3 count. Yeah. And then Vice says he had the strap in NXT at him. Give that time. AJ is making his history WWE run.
Give it
right
time.
Now. Wait, now listen. He says because AJ's making his historic WWE run right now. He will go down as one of the top 5 wrestlers ever with this run solidifying his career slate.
Okay, I love AJ more than anybody, and I'm glad he's having this career run, Rob. My thing is you have the other title being held hostage, and prior to AJ, you had freaking Jinder Mahal. Okay, we need to get some of these new guys to get some fresh blood into the title picture. Nobody new has won the belt. No first-timers have won the belt in since Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal was the last first-timer to win the belt.
Well, I mean,
Before that was Bray by about 3 months, but Jinder Mahal was the last first-timer to win that belt. That's how long it's been.
But what's the bar? What's the bar with that, really?
When you have 2 belts, it should be more than a year and a half that we get a new first-time champion. Otherwise, the product is elevating. Think about how everybody's getting old. Right now, they're pushing Undertaker and Triple H as a main event.
Oh, I agree with that. But
Okay.
think about every other era of wrestling. There wasn't consistent fucking champions and new first-time champions, and I mean, it wasn't all the time like that.
There was new blood.
Okay.
Your newest blood to a championship is Nakamura. Where was he on the show? Not here. Ronda is right there as well. She was on the show. She was in a featured spot. So Ronda, good job, new blood.
Ronda's different. Anyway.
Right, Ronda's an animal that's completely different. So Nak is your newest first-time champion on the main roster. He wasn't even at this
But he
table.
wasn't a first-time champion. When did he have the title?
He won the U.S. title. That's
Oh,
I'm
I
saying.
think you're talking about him.
I'm saying he's
I'm
your.
talking about the main title. When did
I'm
you
talking
bring-
about
when did you bring the U.S. title
I'm,
up?
I'm trying to give you one.
Why would you even bring that title up?
Because that way we don't have to go back in our time machine a year and a half.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does, because that's the last time we had a new first-time champion
Does-
at the big time.
Yeah, but why
was
would you?
Jinder Mahal.
Why would you bring up the U.S. title belt when talking about first-time champion?
Because I can bring it up, because that's the only first-time champion we've had in any recent memory.
Oh no, let's see.
Ronda,
No, Cedric
says-
Alexander.
who won it at Mania. Knock has not held the title that long.
The B team.
Okay, again, they won it before Knock.
No, they didn't.
They might have. I don't really know.
Go to your next part.
It's yours. I want you to go with the next one. It's the LOL moment. Give me your LOL moment. Kara, be ready with yours.
I'm ready.
I'll beat you with this clipboard.
When the other two
The other two fat what?
the rest of the Shield.
What?
I was saying the other two
I heard
factions.
the same
Oh,
thing.
factions.
When the other
factions.
two of the Shield and the other two of the Dogs of War showed up in the main event, how the crowd and the camera went completely to them, and the two people in the main event who should be main event talent were completely ignored for most of the match. To me, I was laughing like, this is so bad that you can't even have the main event talent the main event.
And they laid there. I think you said it on our live reaction, Rob. You're like, he can kick out of multiple F5s and all sorts of other stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but here's a spear through a table that he delivered, and they're laid out for 5-10 minutes, however long.
John Cena dropped 4 AAs on him,
And he kicked
and
out.
he kicks out.
Yeah.
But he spears someone through a table, and he's down for a half hour.
Yeah. Kara, what was your LOL moment?
I'm trying to see if it was, in all respect to Mick Foley, I'm trying to see if it was in between Mick Foley's perm or,
I like how she prefaced it with all respect to Foley.
or just the knocking over of a monitor on the table. Like, that whole, like,
Oh, how they clear all the monitors off first? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt my
Well,
opponent.
and they're not even monitors anymore. If you look, they're
iPads.
yeah, they're
They're
iPads
iPads.
in these
Yeah.
tough box cases. Drew McIntyre went, blah! Yeah, I'm going to throw both of them down at
Yeah.
once like I'm a big bad giant. It's like,
Right.
okay, cool. They're both in tough cases.
You're not picking up a 53-inch tube TV.
Yeah.
Really
Exactly.
calm
yeah.
down there, He-Man.
Yeah, the Geratron 5000 or whatever it was.
Oh, Christ.
I got 2 LOL moments.
Oh,
First off
You're going
was
to take 2 before I even do 1.
you opened it. I
I
went to
did.
you
You're
first.
right. Go ahead.
Check the tape. My first one is just simply Michael Cole saying "Hell in a Shell" at one point. But the real one was the Marine 6 trailer
Wow.
featuring HBK and Becky Lynch alongside Mike Mizanin for Marine 6.
We didn't even talk about that match.
That's why I put it in the awards so we could talk about something here.
Oh, good call. All right.
Now talk about it.
What do you want me to say?
You were the one who
okay,
said
yeah,
no
you're
brainer
No,
keeping Bryan and Miz from a pin.
It was a no brainer here.
We're talking about the mixed tag match,
right.
by the way, guys.
You pin Brie because God, yeah,
What does it matter?
it's Brie. She needs to be pinned.
She'll beat May Reese at Evolution.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yes, right.
They're going to rematch
Exactly.
at Evolution
And you don't damage Daniel. You don't damage Miz
at all.
and then you carry them on to Survivor Series.
Well, and here's the other thing. Maurice winning gives Miz the ammo and promos to be like, my wife is amazing. My wife did this and that.
Yeah.
Daniel in a promo after his wife wins is not as beneficial.
Can I say this? The match itself,
Right?
The
What are you
match,
laughing at?
No, you're right.
the match itself is not a bad match. It was not a bad match.
No. It was much better than the garbage they did on Tuesday before the
God,
interference.
yeah, they didn't have Brie try to do a suicide dive, so everybody was happy with life.
Those are hard to do, bae.
Right. LOL's on the board real quick if you want these.
Good, do them.
Alex Carter, how bad the mixed tag match was. I just completely disagree with that. I don't think it was that. I thought it was a decent match. See, LOL here from Psych Leather Moment Mix Botched 3 count. Teddy says, drunk Rob. I'm not drunk. I'm totally not drunk. LOL for Vice, Roman and Braun unconscious for 15 minutes. Who wrote this shit?
Yeah, it probably was closer to 15 minutes. I think we were being generous saying 5 or 10.
Yeah, that's it.
Marked out moment, final award, and then we'll do some final thoughts and tease for tomorrow. Rob, kick it off. What's your marked out moment?
Man, I struggled.
I struggled too. I just wrote mine down.
Yeah, me too. The pay-per-view was good, but there wasn't any big what the fuck moments. So I gotta say I was torn between an
If
ear.
you steal mine, I'm going to be
I
so
was torn
mad.
between an ear and a face, and I went with a face. Jeff Hardy slapping his face into the table.
It was a good spot because it's never been seen before. The way he was swinging off the top
The way
of
he
the
did
cell.
that, kind of some X Division shit.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looked like, as if they had an Ultimate X match.
Right.
Mine, we forgot to mention this, and I just thought of it. But I do like yours better than mine. But I'm going to say mine anyway. The pre-show. I don't know if you guys noticed, but David Otunga was on the pre-show table, dais, if you will. And at the end of Alexa coming over and visiting, Otunga tried to ask her a question. And Alexa just said, "Hey, I'm David Otunga." Before he could even ask the question, she just walked away and said no.
I love that.
He didn't tell it.
I didn't tell it right
Yeah,
at
you
all. I
fucked it up
pulled
at
him
the
a
end.
Dean.
You did. You fucked it up at the end.
Damn
Yes, it was good. By the way, I want to give my LOL moment is the elephant in the room. Here it comes. If you're hearing little bells and jingles, it's because we have 2 feline friends hanging out with us in our studio, and they are young and very excited. So they're having a cage match better than the main event right now in front of us.
In fact, actually, they were breaking my concentration trying to watch some of these matches tonight.
Right. So
Were there any marked out moments on the board before we go to final thoughts?
let's see here. Marked out for Stike was Becky winning. Yeah, it was.
I guess.
Let me tell you something. We complain all the time about these champions winning the belts, Kiera, and like crying and I accomplished my childhood dream, and they sit there and they cry, I got the belt, and blah 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 blah. But Becky, you got to say something for Becky, who won tonight, and she grabbed that belt and she slammed it up in Charlotte's face like, yeah, bitch, I beat
I like
you.
that. I was all for
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
okay. Wait, you're doing a little revisionist history here, Rob. When Becky won the title, she cried. This is her second title run. And that's why she's now quasi a heel.
I wasn't saying she didn't cry the first time.
But I'm saying it's the first time cry that's the boyhood dream. Even Shawn Michaels cried the first time.
Okay, but my point is that we are saturated with that, regardless of who it is. The guys and the girls both. It seems like every time they win, they fucking cry.
No, I think it's a. But
Every time Sasha Banks wins the title, she fucking cries.
Okay, but okay.
We're talking about a women's match. I can bring up a
Yeah,
woman.
yeah. Charlotte cries every time she lost it, just like tonight. Which, by the way, just like her father, when you're a 7-time champ, what's that mean, Rob? It means you lost it 7 times.
That's right. That's right. And if you do lose it 7 times, and you're feeling down in the dumps, you can pick yourself up by going to collarandelbowbrand.com and getting 10% off your full order by using the promo code marked out, all caps, one word.
And I know you're saying 10%, not 7, which is how many titles she won. But let's face it, soon enough she's going to win 10. So save 10% now.
Yeah, you can get show them, Kara. Show them the shirt.
Show off. Come on,
Show-
Vanna
show-
White.
look
I
at
mean,
this.
Vanna Black, whatever.
Tackle, drop down, hip toss. Get it again.
It's acceptable to look at her boobs when she's wearing this shirt. Just remember that, because you can be like, I'm reading it. So get it for somebody you like.
I'll continue after the show.
All right. So final thoughts as you guys are collecting yours out there in podcast land, and Rob is collecting his. I want to tease for tomorrow. Tomorrow is basically going to be our new format going into Mondays. We will be covering Raw, but we will be scaling down what we cover immensely. Because we're just not going to devote our entire show to it. There will be some reaction, I'm sure. We're not going to devote our entire show to it. What we are kind of doing is, for lack of a better word, and I do hope you'll tune in to kind of see the new format, but for lack of a better word, we're going to do an expanded version of Dirt Sheets, where we go company by company, kind of talking about each thing that has us wanting to talk about. What did we spent so much last Monday night? We went on a 10-minute tirade about Lio Rush,
right?
And it was better than anything we talked about for Raw.
Oh, absolutely. And bear with us as we make this transition, because you have to understand we have been inundating ourselves with the WWE product for 3 years now.
Yeah, this is episode 330.
Right, and so now we're going to expand and start paying attention to more to other promotions. It's gonna take us some time to get acclimated.
Yeah, and find our groove, if you will.
Acclimation.
For how we're going to do it. So we might make more changes, is basically what Rob's trying to say. As we get acclimated, we're going to make more changes to that format and see where it goes. A little bit of a tease for tomorrow. We're going to discuss the retirement of an Attitude Era alum. That's going to be a big part of the discussion. Taker's going to be on Raw. We're going to talk about Impact, Mae Young Classic, NXT, Ring of Honor, New Japan, anything else we find out in the Dirt Sheets. Those of you out in podcast land on the board and whatever you want to participate, send us an email. Send us a tweet. Tag us somewhere.
Yeah, if you have an indie match or something that you saw in wrestling in the whole industry that you're like, man, I wish they'd talk about this, send us an email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com about it. And so that we know, hey, let's go check this one out online, so that we can talk about it at length on the show. Yeah. Also, at SmartMark Show on Twitter. You can do it that way.
You can share on Twitter.
Give us a link.
Either way, if you want us to talk about something, we're making this change to the format because we're tired of talking about Raw. Yeah, Raw sucks.
Raw sucks.
You gave us a good pay-per-view tonight. Let's not forget, Rob, the 2 questionable matches of the 8 tonight. Mm-hmm. Were 2 of the 3 Raw matches, period.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like WWE agrees with us. They gave 5 matches to SmackDown.
Yeah.
All were good.
I just want to say, I want to eat my crow, as you said.
Eat your crow,
Eat my
Rob.
crow. Is that this format change we're making for Mondays, I will admit that I was the last holdout. I was the one telling Adam and Brian, no, we got to keep watching Raw. We got to keep watching Raw. And it wasn't until this last week that I went, you know what? We can have Raw on the side and maybe turn up, but it's
also kayfabe break. The real reason that we put our power and trust in Rob as the executive producer is because he was the last one to break. I'm very impulsive. I was just like, yeah, let's stop covering this shit. I didn't even kind of hesitate or give a second thought. Wow. Brian, I think Brian's, what was it, about 3 weeks ago when he said, you know, if it weren't for the podcast, I don't think I'd be watching Raw. Yeah. That was when Brian went to the dark side. And once Brian fell, Rob was just like, all right, guys, you win.
Yeah. Not good.
And Kara, I think, you know, she hasn't been on the show, but Kara, you're going on about 8 months of saying this shit to us.
Yeah.
So if anyone was the first, you can't check the tape on it, but it was probably Kara who said.
It was Kara.
Yeah. This is garbage. I'm out of here.
Stop talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we talk about it? Can we not talk about it? That was Kara. Can we talk about this? Can we not talk about it?
Final thought, it's Real Wrestling. Solid pay-per-view. Really hoping that the next pay-per-view show isn't like the GRR, where it's just a rehash of all the matches and outcome.
Now, that's I'm going to piggyback that, Rob, because that's kind of my final thought, is that I'm worried in 3 weeks we're getting exactly what we just watched here, except a watered-down version. I know you think that Joe and AJ still have more in the tank, and they do. They're one of those that could probably wrestle for life, wrestle forever, and put on good matches. So I think that one. Aside from that, no. I don't want to see any of these things again, and I bet you we get a rehash of all of them because there's only 3 weeks. They're not going to have time to build up solid feuds for anyone else. So this is what we're going to get. And maybe the title changes we didn't get tonight happen then.
Yeah.
But the other disappointment is, and the final part of my final thought is going again back to AJ and Joe. how many times during this historic run of AJ's, let's keep in mind his only main event was at Survivor Series against Brock. He's been buried in the middle card on all these pay-per-views during this run. I'm not discounting AJ. I'm discounting the credit and the way they act and treat him. Yes, I know he was brought up in another company, but they're acting like he's a complete afterthought by always burying him in the middle of the card. That's my final thought. What you got? Close it down.
My final thought is, so we talk about all the time about how we like the NXT model where we don't see the wrestlers all the time, right? We get weeks off and shit like that. And we have been seeing some of that on the WWE pay-per-view products where we're not getting just everybody gets a pay-per-view match. You only get, a few here and there, and you leave some people off, and I get that. But the problem now is that you leave some people off, but you leave all those people off. Why is Bobby Roode on the main roster? Why is Andrade Cien Almas on the main roster? Why is Apollo Crews on the main roster? Why are a lot of these very talented individuals who could be used right, who have never been used right, Ty Dillinger, why is he on the main roster?
Hell, even R-Truth.
R-Truth is, but he's past his prime.
I'm with him on that.
But when he was still.
Okay, no, I agree. But I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
I'm looking at, if you're going to mix it up, great. If I don't get everybody on every one, great.
Where's Finn Balor?
But Finn's always on pay-per-view. So if he's not on this one, I'm good with that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Bray wasn't on the night. But I'm saying, when did we have Bobby on? A meaningful pay-per-view match.
Bobby Roode wasn't on. Okay.
When did we have so if you want to stagger the people, great. I think it's good if you stagger people. But eventually you have to give us something. And Bobby Roode and Cien Almas, these are Cien's up and coming, right? He's going to be huge. Bobby could be huge now.
He's not getting any younger. He's 40.
He's definitely better than fucking Roman.
Yeah.
You know?
A long shot.
And like I said, he's 40. Roman's young. Give it to Bobby now on Raw. Let Bobby build Raw.
I think I understand what you're trying to say. NXT has a way of showcasing all the talent compared to how the main roster does. Main roster doesn't know how to showcase all the talent all at once.
Well, how to stagger it.
Well, and not just that. Have you ever seen on some of the NXT shows a character that's not even on that night? Like, let's say Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
Yeah.
We're going to use that example. If they're not on Raw, all you have to do that week when they're not on Raw is throw up a slide, throw up an image that says, next week, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in action against the Revival. All four of those guys now get a mention. This is, I don't know if you guys ever remember playing the video game, but when you wanted a feud, there were weeks where you could just build them with a promo, just build them with a injury return. Remember Randy Orton's first injury? He just walked out every week in front of a green screen with his arm in a sling and went, I'm at 80%. Soon to be back soon. That's all he did. But RKO injury update.
I just got to say, to my point I was making a minute ago was that Bobby's 40, Roman is 20-something, right? 29, 30 maybe the most.
Roman's the first ballot.
Roman's got plenty of years ahead of him. Bobby does not. Let Bobby build your brand right now.
You push these guys up to the main roster. Don't waste their time.
The other thing to not echo your point, Rob, but go a little bit further.
Lashley's another one.
Go a little bit further. I agree with that, but here's the other thing. He's also not building anybody up that's young with him for the future. He's not setting him outside of his Shield brethren. There's no, like Rock and Triple H. If Rock hadn't gone to Hollywood, they could retread that for life. Okay, Roman doesn't have even that. Some young guy that's in his age group that is going to be that level of we're going to have a three-peat at Mania. They're going to look at Brock and Roman, who are going to fight again at Mania, and it's not like The Rock and Stone Cold, who had their 3 matches at Mania. This is not the triumvirate. This is garbage.
Yeah, but I can watch Rock, Hunter, and Stone Cold fight 1,000 times.
Correct.
Right? I can't watch. I can hardly watch Roman fight once.
Yeah. And I guess I could say you could watch him fight once, but after you've seen one match, all the moves are the same.
Yeah.
Let's just Superman punch, clothesline, drive by, Samoan drop, and noodle arm. Noodle arm in the corner. Don't forget noodle arm in the corner. Those are vicious. Noodle arm in the corner. Speaking of Roman's noodle arms, how'd your fantasy football team do, Rob?
Yeah.
Uppercut.
Hey, speaking of Roman's noodle arms, how'd your fantasy football team do?
Last week, my fantasy football team won a massive, had a massive victory with over 160 points.
Yeah.
And this week, I lost to Brian by 30. So
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
am
the
I
fun
supposed-
part
am I
is
supposed to
that
be
he was
pissed now?
talking shit to Brian in our group chat and then lost by 30. I thought that was funny. You got anything else, Kiera?
No, I have some stuff for tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night, I guess there's a tease. Kiera's
cool.
going to join us. And,
You want me to do some plugs?
yeah, I mean, you don't have any.
Because you don't remember any of this stuff.
What are we plugging? We already talked about it. Twitter? I got it written down.
So what? Wait. Okay. In your mind, we should only plug ourselves one time. We shouldn't constantly repeat it so that people know where it is.
I mean, we can repeat it, but when we spread it out, we just plugged ourselves like 5 minutes ago going into Final Thoughts.
So plug yourself
We
again.
said, Twitter is @SmartMark
Yeah,
Show.
why didn't you just do it before
Facebook is
we're about to
marked
sign
out.
off. Why not say do
Oh,
it
I do
before
have
you
a
sign
final
off?
Your
thought.
email is marked
I
out
have a legit
podcast
final
at
thought.
Kiara has a final
gmail.com.
thought. Stop
Your
talking.
coupon code at 10%, collar and elbow brand is marked out, capitalized, one word. I mean, what else?
Let her do a final thought.
Kiera's final thought.
I have a legit final thought.
Fan line doesn't work.
I want to send a very special shout out and a happy birthday to a really great man, my inspiration, motivation, toughest guy I've ever known, my dad, Kenneth Allen Crawford Jr. Senior. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Happy birthday.
In 5
indeed.
minutes. In 5 minutes.
Oh, so we're early.
Yeah, we're early.
Anyway, early birthday wishes.
He doesn't watch.
Yeah, but thank you for doing that, Kiera. I'm sure the little butt kissing will help. Tune in next time. What is it? Same smart time, same smart channel.
Oh, we don't have a special sound effect. Why? Wow, that. You should be punched for that. Really. Not even good.
Did you end it?
$500 microphone.